Welcome to Ace Attorney!
And we'll get to the bottom of it.
I was just going to leave it at that because I don't want to screen.
Oh.
But we could just go on to the next one unless we want to wait till Mom gets home.
I'll jump on my nose first.
Does she scream when she gets caught? Like a lot of the other people that are got
I don't think
lost
so.
in case. Because otherwise I have no clue how I would do that voice.
Just
I don't remember very well.
do as high pitched smoker voice you can.
I feel like I would legitimately break my vocal cords if I did that.
I just think it's funny. She's supposed to be like this, like, sophisticated, seductive mafia lady. But with you, she has this weird chain smoker voice.
Well, I just saw that she smoked, so that was the first voice came on. But it could just be that, like, after she loses the case, she goes on to do the smoker commercials. This is how you get ready for your day.
October 20th, 10 in the morning, District Court, courtroom number 4.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. I sure hope today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both of the prosecutor and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edworth, your opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Okay. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today.
The whole crowd hated that one.
You may first call your witness, Mr. Edworth.
The prosecution calls Ms. Dee Vasquez to the stand.
Do you must?
Dee Vasquez is a producer who was present that day in Studio 2.
The judge doesn't like Dee Vasquez. She's an ex of his.
Yeah, they dated once and it was an ugly breakup.
I didn't need to know that. Will the witness state her name and occupation?
Dee Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios.
On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2.
As everyone here knows. Yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick! I know she did it! Make her pay! Kill her now!
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down.
That's
So
kind
to
of
speak.
weird, Nick! I entered the trailer a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was tired and fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hamner's body later. Hammer.
Earl Hamner?
We all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk one with all the monkeys' heads toppling over.
I see. Okay. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick! Let's do it!
This is gonna feel so mean.
This is gonna be brutal.
By yourself?
Yes.
And you didn't stop in the employee area?
No.
Are you always this terse?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Is that all he knows how to say in this episode?
So much evidence. It's hard to know if there's something to present or what would you present at this point. Did no one leave during the meeting?
No one.
Come on! Let's talk a bit more about that.
The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony.
The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please, stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears.
When exactly was that?
I forgot.
Maybe you could try remembering?
No.
The meeting ended at 4. The rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times.
You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Hold on! You had Sal take you? What does that mean?
It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van.
Oh, right. And what were you doing during that meeting?
Don't hit your desk. It irritates me.
Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops.
It was a 15-minute break.
Can I use this here? I mean, it's from the employee, or
Well, I don't think that would do anything.
yeah, I don't think you will either.
Just press her.
Do you have someone who can verify this?
Sal,
No, I mean someone else.
one person is enough.
If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak,
Well, Nick, find anything?
I didn't wish she had a little more to say.
It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. I think you just have to press on everything.
That's what I did.
I think you
You
skipped a
did press
couple.
on everything already.
No, I did.
Which... not the employer.
I thought the rehearsal happened before the murder. Why would Sal drive her if they had steaks right outside of the studio?
What?
Where did Sal take her? To get lunch?
Studio.
It took her.
Is that after the 15-minute break?
Yeah.
Oh.
After the meeting.
Can I use this maybe? Because it says 2 p.m., not 2:30. This is supposedly... jackhammer going to... no way. Maybe this is what I can present. Is this the time of death is at 2:30 and they took a break at 2:30?
What about?
Let's see. Is there something here maybe I can use?
I don't think so. I think she stayed put in the studio too.
What were you about to say?
What does the camera say? Didn't he say he took a picture sometime? Yeah, say on
What about the van?
This is the only thing I can do. I'm just because I don't want to use up all my bar thing.
I'm not sure if it would relate to this employee area.
You do have full health if you want to try it.
Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not.
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate?
This plate was on the table at the employee area. As you can see, a large bone was left behind.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you that it was a T-bone steak?
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there was no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare.
Does he even have proof of that? Did he just say they were bare?
That wasn't in the evidence, but I'm guessing he must have took pictures off screen. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how.
You ate the bone too.
You didn't eat any of the steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like, yeah, that incinerator.
I see. And what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor?
No, that's why I asked.
Did you not salmonella? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai.
Order! Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Mr. Wright! Isn't that a little presumptuous?
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright?
Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it. Ow.
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I.
Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick! Let's see. What was the murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Yes.
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How can I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon?
I think it's the middle one. I don't know. Or maybe it's the top one. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would.
You see?
Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case.
Meaning?
The samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
What is the meaning of
Sounds
this?
like a Kremlin being jumped on.
The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
Defense.
Wrong, Mr. Wright.
I haven't said anything yet.
I know you well enough by now to know when you are going to present the wrong evidence.
I can sense it too with my fey blood.
Okay. So I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Right. Okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor.
What could it possibly be if it wasn't that?
You're not trying to prove what the murder weapon is. You're trying to prove the samurai spear isn't a murder weapon.
I mean, there's no blood on the samurai spear.
I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape.
It's not something to get excited about.
Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Order! Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what your
Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what it was. How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what the weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
I can't tell you.
Now you throw the...
Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the murder weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Okay, let's see the murder weapon.
How do I picture? Look at this photograph. Every time it makes me laugh.
What? Why would you laugh at this? Why, that's Jack Hammer, standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright. What is this all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very incident. Not a word of this leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth. You still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo. See how the fence post pierced him through the chest.
What? Are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again.
Mr. Wright. Continue.
At 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder, Miss Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside at Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence post. Just like Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago.
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it?
Oh. Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff.
You deny that what I say is true?
Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer on the space of 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body?
The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands?
For instance?
Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body.
Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she could have carried the body.
Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony? I'll never repeat it.
Yeah, they're recalling it.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio One. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate's costume.
Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manila who drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manila was a conspirator?
Of course, Sal Manila has to have been a conspirator. The body had been placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in the small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun.
But I win? So, what happens next? Don't... me? Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
I lost? Something like that?
I already said that.
Wait, so you mean... Dee Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jackhammer?
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did, Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer.
Right.
But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth! Your thoughts?
Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof.
Edgeworth isn't sure?
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving.
What do I do?